Well, that seems
It's
creepy.
extremely creepy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is this just another child actor that has gone off the rails, or is this a situation where he stepped out of line? Before we get into today's video, I just want to let you guys know that this video is for educational purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere, in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Hope everybody's week is getting off to a great start. You guys, y'all may have seen Shia Labeouf in the news recently. And while most people that I'm seeing online seem to have a soft spot for him, probably because a lot of people have watched him in different shows and movies basically grow up on television, like a lot of other child actors that grow up in this industry or whatever, they have a soft spot for him. But y'all, we have so much more that we need to talk about today and things that's been going on with him. Before we get into it, I did want to let you guys know, if you don't already know, hi, my name is Christina. I do have a second channel, which is Casually Christina. We just do things more casually over there. I also have a Patreon. My Patreon's for 18 and up, and over there we talk about more personal stuff. We go live over there. There's a $2 tier for all the true crime stuff that cannot go onto YouTube due to their terms and policies. That goes over on my Patreon under the $2 tier. Just make sure you read the full about section and what each tier offers before you join. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Like to Know It. And Like to Know It is a platform where you can find links to a lot of things that you guys ask about or that I love and that I use. Everything from this top, makeup, skincare, earrings, clothing items, workout gear, gift ideas, all kind of stuff that y'all ask about or things that I want to post over there, I do. And all of those platforms are linked down in the description box if you would like to come and check me out. And one more thing real quick. I need to also remind y'all, I am not a professional. I do not know any of these people that we're going to be talking about in this video professionally. I pull all of my information from very public sources and news sources that is already out there. I filter it through my own words and opinions. Please go do your own research and form your own opinions. But I'm going to give y'all my opinion at the end of the video. So if y'all want to hear my full opinion, wait to the end. So, okay, let's just start off by talking about Shia's background, because I do feel like it is important to his story. So Shia Labeouf was born on June 11th of 1986 in Los Angeles, California. He is the only child to his parents, Shana and Jeffrey. Now, Shana was a visual artist. She was a jewelry designer and a dancer. And Jeffrey was a Vietnam veteran and a professional clown. Yes, he was a professional rodeo clown and performer, which Shia has basically said really influenced him growing up. And let's be real, everybody loves the clown at the rodeo. Anyways, like I said before, Shia's father had quite a big influence in his life, and Shia actually went on to write and star in a movie in 2019 called Honey Boy. The character, James Lort, was based on his father and showed his job as a clown, a recovering drinker, and their somewhat volatile relationship. Now, Shia has since said that his father was the key to his base emotions. He even described him as supportive, and still, it was a complicated relationship. Shia also spoke out about how his mother was Jewish, but his father was Christian, and so he was raised around like both religions. He said, for example, he had a bar mitzvah and he was also baptized. Shia also described his parents as hippies. He said that his father was tough as nails and a different breed of man, but his upbringing was very similar to what he called a hippie lifestyle. Shia said that his parents were pretty weird people, but that they loved him and he loved them as well. Now, Shia's parents did eventually divorce, and it's reported that it was mainly because of financial issues. So much so that Shia said at one point that his uncle was even going to adopt him because his parents could not afford to keep him anymore. And to deal with the problems at home, Shia said that he started performing for his family. He liked mimicking his father's performances, and he would practice all kinds of comedy around his neighborhood as well. And then at around the age of 10, Shia started doing stand-up comedy at a place called the Improv. Now, he said that he actually ended up finding himself an agent through the Yellow Pages, and he was taken on as a client after he pretended to be his own manager. I mean, talk about driven, hello. Then, Shia had his first breakthrough role. In the early 2000s, when he was 12 years old, he played Louis Stevens on the Disney Channel show Even Stevens. Now, this role actually got Shia an Emmy Award, and Shia would also later say that he grew up on this show and that being the cast in it was the best thing that ever happened to him. After that, Shia had another really popular role. He was in the movie Holes. Now, this was the beginning of a very successful career for Shia. Some of his most iconic roles after that were his role in the movie Disturbia and his role in the movie Transformers. This is where he starred with Megan Fox.
Pretty impressive, Sam.
Double pump?
It squirts the fuel in so you can go faster.
Oh. I like to go faster.
And it looks like your distributor cap's a little loose.
Yeah? How'd you know that?
My dad.
Shia and Megan Fox later confirmed that they did in fact have a romantic relationship while filming that movie and the sequel. Now, of course, Shia appeared in many movies and other projects after this, but that's not really what we are here to talk about today. Throughout his career, there were quite a few controversies. Shia was involved in some arrests and even some publicized personal issues and accusations. So let's just start at the beginning of that before we talk about his recent issues and arrests in New Orleans. You let me know if you see any patterns in his behavior. Now, Shia's first arrest was actually back when he was only 9 years old in 1996, before he became famous. Shia says that he was arrested for stealing a pair of Nike sneakers, and then in 1998, he was arrested for stealing a Game Boy. Both instances, he only spent a couple hours in custody, and then he was released to his parents. Now, after Shia became an adult, things started to get a little more serious. In 2007, Shia was arrested in LA after allegedly threatening a neighbor with a during an argument about a car accident. In 2008, Shia was arrested for a DUI in LA after a car accident. And according to reports, Shia refused to take a breathalyzer, and authorities later did determine that Shia was not at fault for the incident, but even still, Shia got a lot of negative publicity over the incident. Then, in 2011, while Shia was on the set filming the movie Lawless, it's been reported that Shia was heavily drinking and often became aggressive on set. Reports say that him and his co-star, Tom Hardy, didn't get along because of this. And reportedly, him and Tom Hardy were engaging in aggressive, often nude wrestling that went way too far, and Tom Hardy ended up falling down some stairs. Now, some people have wondered if this was just Shia method acting, which is basically a technique that some actors use. They fully immerse themselves into their character by using like this personal emotional experience. And when I read this, I thought Blake Lively could never. I mean, oh my gosh. Anyways, some have even said that they stay in character like when they're not being filmed. Like we've heard of this with Johnny Depp, right? Who would allegedly be Jack Sparrow the whole entire time that he was on set and everything. There's a lot of actors that do this. I've heard Jim Carrey doing that and stuff like that too. But anyways, it was reported that Shia was in fact drinking a lot of moonshine while he was on the set for this movie. And if you don't know, the movie Lawless is about moonshine. There is another rumor though about him and that Tom Hardy and the wrestling being a little bit more than wrestling, and maybe that's why things got heated, but who really knows? I mean, that's just all rumors on the internet. But what you see is a pattern of like him getting in trouble and there being a bit of drama, okay? Then in 2013, Shia was involved in an alleged plagiarism scandal, and this is something I still see people talk about to this day. Without going too deep in it, he released a short film called HowrCantor.com that supposedly was copied almost entirely from a comic by Daniel Clowes. Shia did make an apology post on Twitter But even those were criticized for being taken from other sources like Yahoo, like their answers post. The next year, 2014, Shia was arrested in New York for disorderly conduct, harassment, and trespassing. He allegedly shouted at actors at a theater and refused to leave. He ended up pleading guilty to disorderly conduct and entered into an alcohol treatment program. And in the meantime, not related to an arrest or any kind of controversy, Shia met an actress named Mia Goth while they were filming Nymphomaniac in 2012. In 2016, Shia and Mia got married in Las Vegas by an Elvis impersonator. We'll definitely be talking about their relationship a little bit more later. But then in 2017, Shia was arrested in Savannah, Georgia for public intoxication, disorderly conduct, and obstruction. Police body cam from this incident showed him shouting slurs at the officers. Shia ended up pleading no contest and received probation and treatment orders. Here's some of the body cam footage from that incident.
What did I do, sir?
Bro, why you drilling my face?
I have rights.
I
I have rights. I'm an American.
Come on, talk to me.
You got me in my hotel, arrested me in my hotel for doing what, sir?
Let's go.
Yo, you really got these cuffs on me heavy, bro.
I'll fix
And I'm
it.
not- Let me out.
Listen, can we talk, me and you?
No, we can't talk nothing.
Listen,
Take these
I'm
cuffs
not
off.
the
I'm
one.
an American. I pay
Okay.
my taxes. Get these off my arms.
So we're not gonna have a conversation?
No, you gonna put these off my arms or you be. Who you fighting for? You got a president that don't give a about you, and you stuck in a police force that don't give a about you. So you want to arrest white people who give a who ask for cigarettes? I came up to you trying to be nice, you stupid. I came up to you asking for a cigarette, you dumb. Why would I ask for a cigarette if I was racist, you stupid? I was asking for a cigarette, you said no. I said word. And then you arrested me, you dumb. They got cameras everywhere, you dummy. I got more millionaire lawyers than you know what to do with, you stupid. I'm from it, you dummy.
Okay.
Why am I in custody? The cuffs are too tight. Why am I in custody? Why am I in custody?
Then in 2018, Shia and Mia separated and filed for divorce. Fast forward to 2020, and this is when the lawsuit by FKA Twigs came out. Now, FKA Twigs and Shia dated from 2018 to 2019, and FKA Twigs sued Shia, alleging that he had her and caused her emotional distress. Shia denied her claims, but he also said that he had been to himself and those around him for years, and that he was ashamed and he was sorry to those that he hurt. This case was settled in 2025 with an undisclosed terms. Then in 2022, before this lawsuit was settled, Shia did an interview with John Bernthal on his Real Ones podcast that really ended up going viral, where it seemed like he had a very open and honest conversation about what had been going on with him. Shia talks a lot about Mia Goth. If you remember from earlier, they ended up getting married and then they got divorced. And listen to what Shia says about Mia at this stage of his life.
There comes a point where Family Week comes around. I say to my therapist, like, I'm not gonna go. You know, like I don't want to subject myself to this shit. Like I'm on a path, and let me just stay here. Like I don't want to keep reminding myself of how my situation is. And she says, no, I think you should show up this week. And I show up thinking, all right, my mom's gonna be on there. My mom will be on. And Mia is on the screen. And, like, you don't deserve that kind of shit. You know what I mean? You don't deserve that kind of shit. Like, I don't deserve that kind of shit. I done put her through years and years of fucking nonsense, bro. Just like,
Shia and Mia did get back together around this time, and Mia got pregnant with their daughter. Shia also talked about learning about God in this podcast.
because I thought my craft was God. I thought love, art, and God all meant the same thing to me. I heard God's voice say, I'm everywhere. You can't run no more. Just went gone. And that really happened, And I remember it vividly. I had never known how to pray because I could never cultivate silence. I had no absence in my life. Every unforgiving minute was full of some scroll or some more like ego feed, constant, nonstop rotation of this ego thing and that ego thing and just constant fulfillment of like my own personal desires.
Also in 2022, Shia went through a bit of controversy surrounding his role in the movie Don't Worry, Darling. He was supposed to play the main male character, but he was replaced by Harry Styles. Now, according to the director, Olivia Wilde, she said that she fired Shia due to his behavior, but Shia has always claimed that he quit. Shia did end up releasing messages showing Olivia asking him to reconsider quitting, and Vanity Fair reported that Shia actually gave Olivia an ultimatum to choose between him and the other star, Florence Pugh. This is also the movie where Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles met and ended up dating for about 2 years. There was all that drama around them in that movie. Now, in August of the same year, 2022, Shia's mother passed away, and she was 80 years old at the time, and Shia said that he was by her side when she left this world. And then just last year of 2025, Shia and Mia separated again. And now to Shia's most recent arrests. This year of 2026, Shia was arrested on February 17th in New Orleans during the Mardi Gras celebration for allegedly punching several men outside of a bar. Here's some of the footage that has come out from that incident. Now, not long after that, Shia was seen out and about in New Orleans again, drinking, seemingly showing off his court paperwork without a care in the world.
Mr. Labeouf, Liam Combs with Baton Rouge News, man. We just want to know how you enjoy Mardi Gras.
God bless you guys. Mardi Gras is amazing.
What's the best thing about it? You've been posting up here all night. What are you doing?
The people.
Met anyone interesting?
A lot, yeah. All right, we're good, yeah?
Okay, thank you. Have a good one. God bless.
A new warrant was actually added to his charges for another battery charge, and so Shia turned himself in, and he was bonded out, and someone got this footage of him running out of the courthouse after his release.
Hey, don't be silly, yeah? God bless you.
Mr. Labeouf, any comment?
Now, after these arrests, Shia did an interview on the Channel 5 podcast on YouTube. And during this podcast, Shia explained what led to the incident in New Orleans.
I think set off that anger. I mean, boy, I haven't experienced it for a while, but I'll be honest with you, big gay people are scary to me.
What do you mean?
When I'm like standing by myself and 3 gay dudes are next to me touching my leg, I get scared. I'm sorry. If that's homophobic, then I'm that.
Yeah. Does that happen a lot?
No, it just happened one time.
Recently?
Well, that's why got arrested.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Am wrong for touching anyone ever. And that's the end of my statement on this whole
Gotcha. Sounds good.
Cool.
So what do you think is going on with Shia? Do you think that he is yet just another child actor who has been messed up from what he's been through in the industry from such a young age? Or do you think, regardless of what he's been through, there is no excuse for his behavior as an adult? I can tell you that I don't think that there's an excuse for his behavior as an adult at this point. He's obviously gotten clean and was doing better, and he keeps back, whatever's going on. In my unprofessional opinion, there seems to be something going on here. I don't know if it's medication. I don't know if it's illegal. I don't know if it's alcohol, or I don't know if it's just, you know, the cheese slid off the cracker, as some people would say. But there's definitely something going on with him. But then when I really started looking back at his old interviews, I mean, I found some weird ones, you guys. I found one where he went on this talk show and did this like bit about his dad being on the beach with him, and his dad's like private parts falling out of his shorts in the sand, and he was with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend see, like, it was just very weird. It was giving Hollywood, that's for sure, Holly weird. But it was also like, I when I'm watching him, I feel like I never really know if he's telling the truth or if he's being serious. Like, he did this movie Eagle's Eye, and in it, he alleges that he was trained by actual people from the FBI, which I I believe that part. I believe that there's a lot of involvement. But anyways, and in it, he says this.
I remember we had an FBI consultant on the picture telling me that they can use your ADT security box microphone to get your stuff that's going on in your house, or OnStar, they could shut your car down. And he told me that 1 in 5 phone calls that you make are recorded and logged. And I laughed at him, and then he played back a phone conversation I'd had 2 years prior to joining the picture, the FBI consultant. And it was like one of those phone calls, it was like, you know, what are you wearing type of things.
Really?
Yeah, so it was mad weird.
Wait, so you mean they had a record of you from
2 years prior to me joining the picture.
even being associated with the movie?
With the movie.
Well, that seems
It's
creepy.
extremely creepy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's pretty amazing.
It's pretty amazing.
I'm trying to think of what the last 4 phone calls I made.
That's what I'm saying.
And as you can see, he kind of makes a bit or a joke about it. And this was years ago that he said that they were listening to phone calls and they have the power on OnStar to just turn your vehicles off. Not to mention, it could be the push for all electric vehicles, but that's just a crazy conspiracy theory. But like, you know, like, but you never know. In my opinion, I can never really tell like when he is being real, when he's telling the truth, like. And then it brings me back to thinking about people as well as like Jim Carrey and Robin Williams. When I did that video on Jim Carrey, this one right here, if you guys haven't seen it, go and watch it. It made me start thinking about Robin Williams. And we all remember who Robin Williams is, right? And how he passed on. And it just made me think like when you spend so much of your time acting, and your whole life and identity is surrounded around being this person that is not you, do these people even really know who they are when they grow up like that? Like, imagine Robin Williams going on a date with somebody. Like, if I'm going to be set up to go on a date with Robin Williams or Jim Carrey, who am I expecting to meet, right? The funny person that we've been watching on television all the time. But who is the real person that you get to know? Do they even know who they are? They spend so much time being The Mask or Ace Ventura, or in this case, Shia Labeouf. He spends so much time since he was young being these different people. When everything gets quiet, who are they really? Does that get to their head? Or is it something else? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Other than that, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.